This is a Beyond the Badge with Vincent Hill quick fix on Radio Influence.
You know, another thing that really has me really pissed off, and anybody that pays taxes in the city of Baton Rouge should really be upset about this too. Remember a few months ago, back in July, the shooting of Alton Sterling by a white police officer in Baton Rouge. And of course, it sparked protest and marches and riots and all of this stuff in Baton Rouge. And it led to the Baton Rouge police officers being killed by someone who was upset about that shooting. But let me give you a little back history. So Alton Sterling, a known convicted felon who had been convicted of sexual assaults, robberies, drug charges, who couldn't have a gun, all that good stuff, was at a supermarket or gas station, grocery store, whatever the heck it is. The owner had told him to leave several times. Someone called 911, said Alton threatened him with a gun. So guess what? Police show up. Guess what? They happen to be white police officers. Guess what? Alton happens to be black. Racial or circumstances? You got a gun. Someone calls police. Police show up. I'm going to go with circumstances. So anyway, you can see on the cell phone video that Alton gets in a scuffle with police. You can hear one of the officers say, gun, gun, gun. Then you can hear a gunshot. Usually when you hear the words gun, 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 it's usually followed by a gunshot. That means someone had a gun. The police shot said person with gun. Open and shut case, right? Not so much, because again, white officers, black suspect. Racial or circumstances? Of course, again, I'm going with circumstances. But this goes back to the whole Black Friday mentality. Everyone's blinded by that black cloud of mainstream media. So, again, protest, all of this good stuff. People get arrested for protesting, for blocking highways, which is illegal. Now, the city of Baton Rouge, and this is going to tick you off because it ticked me off, because Alton Sterling, again, he was convicted of a lot of crimes. One, having sex with a minor. To me, you have sex with a minor, you're a sick individual, and I feel no sympathy for you anyway. But you fight with police and you have a gun, and the police see the gun. Oh, he was on the ground. So what? He had a gun. I can show you 100 ways that I can get the gun out of my pocket if I'm on the ground, so it makes no difference to me. But the city of Baton Rouge has decided to pay $100,000 to those that got arrested. Not $100,000 apiece. They're going to divvy it up, and part of it goes to their bail. Part of it goes to legal fees. Part of it goes to in their pocket. And of course, one of the people arrested there in Baton Rouge was one of the most vocal members of the BLM movement, DeRay McKesson. All right. So he's like, oh, it's great that we got this money. Maybe it will change the way police arrest people. Well, here's what I want changed. Why in the hell is the city of Baton Rouge paying money to people who committed a crime? And what message does that send? Oh, well, we can still go protest. We can still block roads. And if we get arrested, don't worry, man, we're going to get a paycheck. So not only are we going to break the law, not only are we going to look foolish because we're protesting that something we know nothing about and something that really isn't what the mainstream media says it is, but if we protest, man, we can sue and we're going to get a check. What judge, what politician, what attorney agreed to cost the city of Baton Rouge taxpayers, because that's where it's coming from. Somebody didn't just write a $100,000 check. That's where it's coming from. Taxpayers' pockets. Who approved that crap? Now, let me tell you what you should have done with this $100,000. There were 3 Baton Rouge police officers killed a few weeks later for just simply doing their jobs. And let me think what their family got. Let me think. Hold, please. They got jack shit. What kind of foolishness is that?
Beyond the Badge with Vincent Hill can be found on iTunes, Stitcher, and RadioInfluence.com.